What is the Strait of Hormuz? The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow sea passage between Iran and Oman. Only about 33 kilometers, 21 miles wide at its narrowest handles, about 20% of the world's oil supply connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. This means, if it's blocked, global oil prices and economies are affected immediately. 2. Why Iran cares about it. Iran sits right next to the strait, giving it strategic control. Iran has often said, if our oil cannot pass, nobody's oil will pass. So the strait is like a powerful weapon without firing missiles. 3. What caused the current tension? 2026 crisis. The trigger: conflict between Iran versus US and Israel airstrikes, retaliation and regional war escalation. Iran responds by targeting shipping and threatening closure. Iran uses the strait as pressure against its enemies. 4. What actually happened in the crisis? Phase 1. Threats and attacks. Iran threatened to completely close the strait, attacked or warned ships not to pass. Placed naval mines and drones in the area. Phase 2. Shipping disruption. Tankers stopped moving. Hundreds of ships stranded. Some countries stopped exports. At one point, the strait was almost completely blocked. Global impact. Oil and economy. Oil prices jumped sharply, then dropped again when reopening was announced. Markets became unstable. When Iran said the strait reopened, oil prices fell by approximately 10%. Stock markets jumped globally. What's happening now? Iran says the strait is completely open, but ships must follow Iran-approved routes. Military ships may be restricted. A ceasefire is helping reduce tension. However, US still has a naval blockade. Mines and risks may still exist. Situation is fragile and could change quickly. 7. Can Iran really close it completely? Short answer: not fully, but it can disrupt it badly. Iran has naval mines, fast attack boats, missiles, and drones. But the US Navy can respond strongly. Closing it fully would hurt Iran too, its own oil exports. So Iran's goal is usually disruption, not permanent closure. 8. Why this matters to you. Even if you're far away, fuel prices go up. Food and goods prices increase, global economy slows, because this one narrow strait controls a huge part of world energy. Final summary. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important choke points in the world. Iran uses it as strategic pressure in conflicts. In 2026, it was nearly closed due to war. Shipping stopped, oil prices spiked, now temporarily reopened under conditions. The situation is not stable yet. Good impacts of opening the Strait of Hormuz. 1. Lower fuel and oil prices. When the strait is open, oil flows normally again. Global supply increases. Result: fuel prices go down or stabilize. Transportation becomes cheaper. Cars, planes, shipping. 2. Cheaper goods worldwide. Oil affects almost everything: food transport, manufacturing, imports, and exports. When shipping resumes, prices of goods stop rising. Inflation pressure reduces. 3. Stronger global economy. Countries depend on Gulf oil exports. When the strait is open, trade continues smoothly. Businesses operate normally, investors gain confidence. Result: stock markets improve. Economic growth becomes more stable. 4. Safe international shipping. The strait is one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. Opening it means ships can move freely again. No fear of attacks or delays. This helps oil tankers, cargo ships, global supply chains. 5. Reduced war tension. Reopening often signals de-escalation between countries, possible ceasefire or negotiations. This reduces risk of a larger regional war. Fear in global markets. 6. Stability for major economies. Big economies like China, India, Europe depend heavily on oil passing through the strait. When it's open, energy supply is secure. Industries keep running. Simple summary: opening the Strait of Hormuz is good for the world because fuel becomes cheaper. Goods prices stabilize, economy improves, trade flows normally, war risk decreases.